do. Right, Sunday now, and I've had a little bit of a rearrangement. So I've moved the forge, well, over there, out the way, so I've got space to actually build the roof. And, oh, there's a cat. It's snowing again. Hello. You enjoying the snow? Yeah, she's not very vocal. Right, I'm gonna do the, if I can hold this properly, my phone's not working properly, so I've had to use my tablet. So I'm still gonna have, it's gonna come up on an angle, where's my hand, both sides, the flat bit across the top for the burners to fit in. I haven't quite worked out what angle it's going to be. It's not going to be that big. And I think what I'm going to do is get these bits just to overhang slightly, and I've got some flat bar over there, and then which I'll weld around the sides just so it all holds in place. So on the top, on the front, I'm going to have a bit of a triangle, which actually is just going to give it all a bit of strength. And then the door's going to come down, it's going to be sort of, well, flat underneath the triangle, I know what I mean, so that'll all fall down. Make sense? Good. Right, got these two bits cut to size, so I've worked out roughly what I want. So that, if you can make it out, the top bit's going to be about 8 inches wide, and they're roughly 45-degree angle. I hadn't planned for that, that's just kind of worked out that way. I was thinking about a shallower angle, but I'm not actually that bothered what the exact angle is, it just needs to work. So I think I'll get these two bits cleaned up, I'll get one plate just to sit down, and then I'll start welding that on. Yeah, so I think if I get that on, get a few little tack welds here and there, and then I'll try a test fit and see what it looks like. Right, I'm going to get filthy now. Right, it's a bit of a faff, so I've got that plate cut, I think I cut about, well, over 3.5 inches off the top, and then I cut my triangles out. So I've tack welded both sides. I've got about a centimetre gap, that's still warm, just because, and I'm gonna see if this will actually fit on there. Hopefully all those little tack welds are strong enough. I should actually stick a little bracer bit over there. Yeah, I'm gonna find a little bit of scrap metal and just weld a little sort of brace on there for now, just so it doesn't flap around as much. Right, let's have a go. Hey, look at that. I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, what's it like? Is it a bit wonky? No, actually that's alright. That was just a little bit of scrap, so that the scrap's wonky. But hey, that's almost exactly how I wanted it. So can you actually put the light on the tablet? Can you? No. Right, I was going to put the light on, but never mind. Right, I think, while I'm pleased with that, I think that calls for a cup of tea and some a sandwich and some chocolate digestives. Right, cup of tea time. I'll be back out in a bit. Right then, a bit more progress. I've got the top done. Drilling those holes were a monumental pain in the arse, and using my ace measurements I managed to get that one off by a couple of mil, but you know, in the grand scheme of things I don't think it's going to matter. That's going to get welded on the top. That's the underneath bit, so that's been cleaned up, ready to weld. Actually, I'll leave it that way. So what I need to do is get that off there and upside down onto that, and then, well, start sticking some welds on. So right, a little bit more progress, keep going. Right, I've got it upside down now. That's mostly right. I'm not going to get it fully welded tonight, but I think if I just get it tacked into place, I'll remove that little cross bit and stick the proper one on, and then that'll do us for the night. So I'm getting a bit tired now, so here's hoping I don't arse anything up. I'll just double check it's positioned correctly, and then I'll get stuck in. Right then, I've got a few quick tacks in, and I'm going to put this bit on the front, but I'm going to see if I can nip it up. So you can see it's just a tiny bit off, so I think I'll just trim it down a fanny's hair on one side, and then that should fit snugly. Yeah, it's difficult pointing this in the right direction. Right, trim a little bit off. Yeah, I actually did some consistently fairly nice welds. So went round, tacked inside more, got the back done. I'm pleased enough for that it almost seems a shame to cover it up with me cotton wool. But for some stupid bloody reason, that silly bollocks has decided to become a disco strobe light instead of just being on all the time. So I suspect that means it's probably on its way out, but I did only pay a £5 for it. So that looks canny. So I'm going to have a little plaque to weld onto there with my maker's mark when it's done. I think all I've got to do for this, bloody light, hang on, lift my helmet up. I'm going to get some welds in there. I'm just looking at the gap there, and I'm wondering, am I going to have to fully weld that or not? I don't know. I'll have a check. I'll see what they're like when the cotton wool's in. But I'm still going to put some welds in, just to make it a bit more pretty. I've got welds sort of go still around the back, just because I've got that bloody light. An extra bar to go across there, just because this bit is going to sit directly on the back there, and while this is sitting on, I've also got, if I can get back into angle, I've got a piece of flat bar to weld to go on there, which is just going to overhang there and just help hold it all in place. Hopefully that made sense, but overall I think that's a canny day's graft, and I think I'm going to go and have me tea right after I drop kick that light somewhere else. So, right, tea time, see you in a bit. Right, just as a bit of bonus footage before I go and have my tea, there you go. I've done a little setup of what it looks like inside. I've got to make those pipes a little bit longer, just so they'll sit in happy. And you think, yes, it's a canny drop from the burners down, but that's my liner. But I'm still going to be putting more fire bricks in, so it raises it up. And just to finally take a look at my Forge nightclub with groovy disco lights. What should we be playing? Iron Man, I think. A bit of Aussie. So there you go. Good progress for the day. And I'm definitely going in now. Bonus footage. I thought I'd just put the axe in that I built this forge for, to make sure it would fit properly, and looks like I got a bit carried away and yeah, overdid it a bit, because that looks really small inside there. But I dare say I could probably actually do the heat treatment on the 3 of them at the same time with me disco light. But hold on, pain in the arse thing. So now we can't see it all, but yeah, if nothing else, I can finally get the heat treat done, so I can get that extra. Oh, you can't see a bloody thing. Right, when I get a proper light, I'll show you properly, but I'm going to get some more fire bricks and I can take them in and move them out as I need to, depending on what I'm making. But yeah, that's a whopper of a forge. I think I might have made it too big. Never mind, it'll be an adventure finding out. Right, I'm definitely going now. Oh, I see it's gone blurry. Right, that must mean it's time to finish.